Hi, welcome to the Fancy Farm. We figured we'd give you guys a little update on the progress of the farm and where we're at.
First
Um,
off,
uh-huh.
this is the newest member of the farm. His name is Bob.
His name is Bob.
He's our son's, and he named him Bob.
Yeah.
Not sure where he got that name, but yeah.
It was better than like Kitty and Cat and all these other names. So.
It was originally Orangey, which we were
Orangey,
gonna
yeah.
accept it, but then he randomly called him Bob. It's like, hey, at least it's a name.
Yeah. So we jumped on it. So this is Bob. Bob's pretty cute, and it's exactly what we needed was another animal. So, but yeah. So we've had. I mean, it's a beautiful, cool evening right now, but we have had some baker weather.
Yeah.
A lot of close calls. Starting out with our goats.
Mm-hmm.
You want to
Yeah. I don't know how hot it. Excuse me. I don't know how hot it was that day, but it was like probably high 90s. And you were actually taking care of the chores. It was on the weekend, and you were going out and what did you see?
Yeah, I looked down the hill and we have one old goat, Sweetie, and I could see her kind of laying in the dirt, which is, at that time of day was odd. This was 10 o'clock in the morning or something, and she was laying in the direct sun, but she was laying down and kind of like this, and I'm like, did she learn a lesson from the chickens and taking a dust bath or what? So I'm kind of just checking it out, and then all of a sudden I realized that, yeah, no, there was something majorly wrong with her. So turned out she was stroking out. She's having a heat stroke.
Yeah. So I immediately Googled because I've never experienced that. I didn't know what to do, so I immediately Googled, and it was saying everything that she was doing was symptoms of a heat stroke. She was just
panting really heavily.
Yeah.
No strength to lift her head.
Yep. Yeah. Almost like a seizure. Like just kind of really weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, but
just like that.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So it said to it said basically the goat could be close to death, but try if she had been doing it for a while. I don't know exactly how long it had been. Probably not too long because it was in the morning. But like a little bit before, it was probably around 11ish.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I said to soak her down, not with cold water, but cool water. So we just took buckets and we just kept, just pouring them over her.
Yeah.
I poured a couple buckets on her, hold her head so she wasn't sitting in the water. And
she had no strength to even hold her head.
No.
Her head would have laid right in the water, and she would have been sucking in water through her nostrils.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. She kind of almost seemed out of it too, because she was kind of, having seizures, kind of convulsions. Anyways, and so we did that a couple times, and then just waited, just sat with her and watched her. And then we, once I felt like she kind of needed another dose, we would soak her down again with a couple more buckets. And it probably was about an hour and a half.
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
An hour and a half when she started to, I could tell she was, some water was on the ground, like in a little puddle, and her face was close to it, and she started licking it. So I could tell she's coming back. She wants water to drink. So I got a bowl of water so that she could kind of, and she wanted it, but she couldn't quite, slurp it up yet. So I was just scooping it into her mouth, and I could tell she was drinking it. And so that was good. She was starting to get water down her. And then it got to where, she started getting strength back, and she started drinking on her own. And then we were able to stand her up.
Yep.
And we braced her for a little bit, but then we could tell her strength was coming back, and she was able to stand on her own, and then she was able to walk. And so, yeah,
started drinking a lot of water, and then she got in the shade and managed to cool her down. She's a very old goat.
Yeah, she's 12 years old.
Her health report's the same one that almost separated her hoof being caught in that trailer wire. And so she's been through it. She's an old goat. She's been through it. We weren't sure she'd make it, and we're really thankful she did.
Yeah.
But so I guess the lesson learned going forward, as the days got hotter and hotter, it got over 100 degrees, well over. Dria's solution was at midday, we had a stock tank out there
in the
that
shade.
would get the water would become kind of the ambient temperature, so it wasn't real cold. and she'd take a 5-gallon bucket and soak down both our adult goats.
Mhm.
Young goat did fine. I mean, she hardly panted at all.
Yeah.
But she completely soaked them. I mean, goats don't appreciate getting wet at all. But I think that's probably what got them through this hot weather, you know.
Yeah.
And
we were at 100. We peaked at 112 degrees.
Yeah.
That's insane here
insane
in
for this
Washington.
area
Yeah.
for this time of year. I mean, not that long ago, you'll notice in our videos, we were wearing vests and coats at this time in the evening. And it's a nice, cool afternoon now. We just had, I mean, the whole state they're saying is having drought conditions, but this one is we just had a real nice shower, and so everything's just kind of feeling fresh and refreshing right now. And we're appreciating that for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Other than that, the chickens did well. We
Yep.
got our premier one netting up, and we got so the chickens can stretch their legs a little bit. We're a little excited about that.
Yeah, they're definitely liking that.
We had five roosters that we've set aside for our own consumption. And so we're going to get on that and start processing them so we can eat them also. So
Yep, they're actually Freedom Rangers.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, we could have butchered them a while ago, but
yeah, they were nice looking chickens, and they were just in with the hens, but all the roosters started bickering over who got the hens and bickering with each other, and so we had to separate them out. And so
yeah, they do fine together, but it was more, they were a little hard on the hens. So
yeah,
we're
very
like,
hard
okay,
on the hens. Those poor
let's get
hens
them
didn't
out.
have a break between. I mean, we kept one rooster, so between the 6 of them, I mean, it was
Too much.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was a mad hen house in there. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we got a shelter up off the trailer and awning. I got a 16 by 20 tarp that I hung off the side of the trailer, so it provided some shade and coolness of weather.
Yeah, because it was like above 100 quite a few days.
Yeah.
It peaked at 112. So it was miserable. There was zero shade. You could not escape the sun, other than inside of the fifth wheel. You could, but it was just baking in there. But that's all you could do. You just kind of just laid, and like it was miserable.
We're on solar, and it's new for me, and it hasn't been 100% reliable. I seem to have it working now. I've done different wiring stuff, and we're only running on 4 panels because the kit I bought came with 6 panels, but they only gave me a combiner box and enough wiring for 4. I mean, I don't understand. But anyhow, so that's what they gave us, and so I don't have all 6 panels operating right now. We were running on just 2 batteries because I had bought a bank of 4, and one of them failed. Thankfully, it was still under warranty. They replaced it, so we got those 4, and the Lord just blessed us. The fellow just gave us 6 more batteries, and so I'm going to be able to get them in and get quite a bank going. So we're really excited about that. The Lord's just been taking care of us. He's provided us with a second vehicle. In the weirdest way, we ended up coming in contact with a fellow who's taking apart a storage unit. And, you know, our barn down there is going to take, by the time we're done with the gable ends, it's going to take 32 sheets of metal. And they stripped off this building now. It was used as roofing, and it was screwed wrong. It was screwed on the ribs. And so I'll be able to caulk that, and we'll be able to repaint it, and it'll make excellent siding for our barn. And we're going to need 32 sheets, and the Lord blessed us with 34 that were exactly tall, because we're going high eaves. We're going like 13 or 14 foot eaves on that barn, and so we got all these 16-foot sheets of metal, and we're just really thankful for that. So there's all our siding for our barn, and
that was crazy. Just dropped in our laps.
Yeah, exactly.
So back to the heat. So it was super incredibly hot, and we did not have air conditioner because we're off grid.
Yeah.
And so we did not have air conditioner, and we couldn't even run fans. And so it was pretty miserable. But when Joel put up this shade
awning
thing,
type idea.
Yeah, it's a 20 by 16 foot tarp.
Yeah.
Heavy duty.
And I stretched it out fairly low. So it's fastened to the trailer, and then I stretched it out and used 3 T-posts in the ground, 1 in the center, 2 on the ends. And I brought it pretty low. You can't really walk under this edge, but it provides such a shade from that sun, you know, because we're south-facing, and it just bakes down on here.
Yeah.
And so it provides a shade for that. And next to the trailer, you know, it's 11 feet tall, so we can walk really nicely in here, have a sitting area. It keeps a lot of the heat from coming into the trailer, so we're really thankful for that. So.
Yeah, it's really nice. It helped tremendously.
Yeah.
What else happened this week?
The chickens didn't struggle with the heat a whole lot at all.
Not a bit.
I mean, they're tough.
Even the ducks did super well.
Yeah, for sure.
All of them did well. Maya and the puppies, I would at noon, midday, I would go out there and I would get them all wet. You know, I'd put them in a little bucket of water and, you know, just make sure they're all nice and cooled off and wet. Mom and puppies, just to be safe. I mean, I think they were fine, but I just wanted to be safe.
They don't mind it either.
Oh yeah,
so,
they like the water. So
yeah, we wanted to touch base and let you know how things are going. We've been having a hard time posting videos. So, I mean, we got one currently uploading while we're making this one, and it's going on its
second day,
third evening of trying to upload.
Yeah.
Our internet connection is weak. We have to come up with a solution like that. So it's taking an extremely long time to upload these videos. And so it takes time for us to produce them, and we're going to come up with a solution like that for that. But yeah, we just want to kind of let you know why we've been a little slow on the production. We have a few to put out, but it's taking time. So.
Yeah, it takes us at least a full 24 hours to get one up. For some reason, this one is not loading. So hopefully it'll come up soon for you guys.
And it's a good one too. It's a really good one. So
it's doing chores.
Yeah, letting you in on the daily routine. You know, somebody mentioned they would like to know more about our daily routine and what we did. So we want to kind of include you that. I want to show you our water system, our solar system, how we're functioning, and then I'm open up to ideas. That's the whole point of this is we do not know everything. We do not know, and it's kind of follow us on our journey and pipe up if you have good ideas. We're open to hear it.
Yes,
so, yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. So yeah, we just wanted to talk to you and show you and let you in on our week and how we've been surviving. So it was nice talking with you. We'll talk to you later.